Hi everyone, this is Dave from Dave's Journals and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be sharing a flip through of my February pages in my Hobonichi Cousin. We will start with the daily pages where I usually write my daily logs, day highlights, and devotional reflections. After that, we will flip through my weekly pages, which I use mainly for my to-do lists and weekly highlights. In my Hobonichi Cousin, I try to be very intentional about using my stationery stash, especially my stickers. It is part of it is part of my effort to avoid hoarding and to normalize actually using and enjoying these supplies instead of just keeping them as treasures tucked away in storage. Each page becomes a creative space where I get to make use of what I already have. It is always nice looking back at how each spread came together and how the pages capture what my February looked like. So, grab your journal or a cup of coffee or tea and let's flip through my February pages together. Let's get started. Instead of the daily pages, I decided to start with the weekly pages instead. So, this is the first week of February. I really love the Mothasand cat stickers. They are very cute. And this is the second week of February and I love this note to self sticker. It says you don't need anyone else's approval. Another cute Mothasand cat eating a watermelon popsicle. Very cute. I also love this coffee sticker. And of course, these cats in a bowl are indeed antidepressants. This is the third week spread and I love this sticker that says, "Be still and know that He is God. Amidst all the problems, He is in control." And this sticker, it says durian. And this is very relevant to my city, Davao City, because we are a durian city. We have a lot of durian fruit here. And we have another very cute Mofasan cat sticker here. Next is the fourth spread, but technically, it is still part of the third week of February. These two cats are playing with a tape measure and it's just very cute. I am really having fun playing with the vertical weeks layout. I love combining the elements of a to-do list, some stickers, some daily reminders, and event highlights of the day. Now this is the last spread of February and we have another note to self here that says, "You don't have to please everyone." Do you agree? Yes, I do. And we have a very cute call center cat agent here. As you can see, I love playing with colorful gel pens and markers and I think it really suits with my aesthetics. I am a very colorful person with a vibrant personality. So yeah, this layout and style is indeed my vibe. So I think that's it for my weekly pages and this time let us proceed to my daily pages. So in my dailies, I use the flyleaf of every month for my gratitude journaling. I have a list for the things that I'm thankful for and for the things that I am grateful for. And since it is February, I used shabby chic theme and played with illustrations that are lovely. So for February 1, the event highlight here is Song Spell Kahayag. Song Spell is a performing arts recital and the theme is Kahayag, which means light. I attended the event to support one of our learners in our school who is part of the performing arts recital. And it was held at SMX Convention Center here in Davao City. And for this month, I also used my Sunday pages for my Sunday reflections. And the sermon title was Fundamental Works of the Spirit. And I love the afternoon tea set illustration here. Now for February 3, the event highlight is DCAA 2025 or DICAA. It means Davao City Athletic Association. So our school, Heartworks Learning Center, is a member of the Davao Association of Private Schools and Administrators. And our organization is an entry level for the Davao City Athletic Association. And the winners will eventually go up to the national level. And for February 4, the event highlight is Pepper Safe Delivery. Pepper is one of our 7 cats, and on this date, she was able to have her safe delivery. She had 5 cute kittens, and I really love them. Now for February 5, the event highlight is Growth Circle, and Growth Circle is one of the activities of our church. It is where the families gather to learn about the Bible and spend time together for fellowship over sharing and eating food as well. Now for February 6th, I have this flip here, a beautiful illustration, and the event highlight is Burgundy. And actually that's one of my digital kits that I published on my Etsy shop. It's called Burgundy Basics Bundle. And also I wrote here grind number 14. Grind means exercise, so this log is related to my workout tracker. Now for February 7, the event highlight is FROC Prayer Week 20. So FROC, or Friends Reaching Out for Christ, is an organization of our church, and we gather every Friday for prayer challenge, and this day is the 20th week of the prayer challenge. This time for February 8, the event highlight is my Tacho Kayigi 2025. So this is the day when I published my YouTube video about my Tacho Kayigi for this year. And February 9 is a Sunday, and the special event for that day was Renewal of Vows 2025, LLCM. LLCM is the acronym of our church. It means Light and Life Community Mental, and Renewal of Vows 2025 is one of our activities for this year, where we had a mass renewal ceremony of marriage. The setup was like a wedding, and there were a lot of couples in our church who participated in the ceremony. Now, moving forward, we have February 10, and it is a Monday, and the highlight is Spring Zen. That is the name of another digital kit that I published on my Etsy shop, and the theme of this page is like blue and lavender, something like that. And for February 11, the event highlight is Spring Birds, and that is another digital kit that I published as a listing on my Etsy shop. And this is springtime, and so that is why I created quite a few kits related to the spring theme. Now let's move to the next page, which is February 12th. It's a Wednesday, and the event highlight is podcast. So on this day, I published a podcast video on my YouTube channel titled Struggles as a Small Journal Content Creator. And for this spread, the color theme is pink. And for February 13, it's a Thursday, the day before the Valentine's Day. The highlight is Love Month Dinner Fellowship at Yuki's, HLC Faculty and Staff 2025. HLC is the name of our school, which means Heartworks Learning Center, and on this day we treated our faculty and staff, our employees, to a Love Month Dinner Fellowship. And of course, it's February 14, Friday. It is the Valentine's Day. So the highlight is Hearts Day, and I pasted here a note that serves as an ephemera that says Kisses Chocolate. And this note is part of one of the games during EFRAC Fridays. And for February 15, it is a Saturday. I wrote here Grind 17, Elenita to Grande Hill. So on this day, I had my brisk walking and jogging from Elenita Heights, it's our subdivision, to Grande Hill. And moving on to February 16, which is a Sunday, the reflection note was titled Living in Humility. And I love the color motif of this spread. We have some light pinks, some light blues, and some peach. And it is very shabby chic, so I really love it. Now for February 17, which is a Monday, I wrote here Grind 18. So it is the 18th day of my workout journey. Now moving on to the next spread with a green theme. On February 18, which is a Tuesday, I wrote here Journal Ministry with Mimi. So this is the event highlight because on this day I shared my journal system with my sister-in-law. Her name is Mimi, and I have been sharing this mental health platform to the people who are close to me, like my family and my friends. And for February 19, which is a Wednesday, I wrote here another growth circle session or Bible study with my faith family. And on to the next page, we have another pink spread here for February 20, which is a Thursday. I wrote here rest because I had a post-nasal drip on this day, so I spent time to rest. And for the next page, we have the beautiful illustration that says Speak Flowers, Not Fights. I love the illustration. And for February 21, which is a Friday, the event highlight is EFRAC Day 22. It is the 22nd session of Friends Reaching Out for Christ for our prayer challenge. Now moving on to the next page, on February 22, which is a Saturday, I wrote here Grind 20. So it is the 20th day of my workout journey. And I love the green and beige color motif on this spread. And on February 23, we have another Sunday reflection notes here, and the event highlight is The Forge. We watched this movie at my sister's house, and I really love the movie. A lot of things to learn, lessons to learn, like standing strong with your faith, the power of prayer, and reaching out to others. Then we have another dainty blue and white spread here on February 24, which is a Monday. The event highlight is Bali EFRAC Facebook posts. On this day, I was able to resume on posting on my Facebook account the photos of our Bali resort trip with my friends. And on February 25, which is a Tuesday, I had a journaling spot here. I talked about my time, a session that I spent with my friends. They are also administrators and school owners. And moving on to the next page, we have another green spread here. And on February 26th, it's a Wednesday, we have another flip page. And I wrote here about us, our school, being a champion or the champion during the storytelling competitions amongst different private schools in Davao City. And on February 27, we also ranked at the elocution competition. Both the storytelling and the elocution, as well as the conventional speech choir, are all categories or competition categories of the Depreza Literary Festival 2025. It is a literary competition amongst private schools here in Davao City. And we are down to the last page. I used this also for my prayer list, and I journaled about us being the champion at the interpretive reading competition. And that wraps up my February flip through in my Hobonichi Cousin. I really enjoyed looking back at these pages and seeing how each spread reflected the little moments and highlights of the month. Using my stationery stash intentionally, especially my stickers, has really helped me stay creative while also making sure I actually use and enjoy the things I already have. If you enjoyed this flip through, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more journaling videos, setups, and creative inspiration. Thank you for watching. See you again in my next video.